YouTube. Today we're going to be looking at something simple. We're going to look at the pad banks. I think I mentioned before that on the Toraiz we only have, of course, 16 pads, one pad bank. And that's it. And we're kind of limited to that because sometimes you need more than that. I mean, you use 2 hi-hats, sometimes you use 2 kicks, couple snares, claps, and you just run out pretty quick. You don't have enough for the synths or whatever else, a synth or whatever else sounds you want to put in. Here, we don't have to worry about that, because right here we have 4 banks, and you double click, and you get 4 more. So what you do is, alright, this starts off on A, bank A. All you do is jump in there. I'm gonna grab anything I find just to hurry up as far as the sample goes, a crash, whatever. So alright, they're all loaded now. I got all 8 banks loaded with 16 pads each. So we're all loaded, right? Everything. So now when you get into the screen and you're gonna, make your music, you go back out, right, to the main, and this is where you're gonna assign your samples at. They're already assigned, I already put that in, but let's say you're gonna record something now. Okay, that's bank 6. Now I want something from bank 1. Hit that bank 1. No kicks. Okay, let me go to bank 2. No kicks. Bank 3. No kicks. There's a kick. There's a kick right there. I'm gonna use that one. So you got that, right? That's those 2. Now when you're gonna go ahead and look from over here in the channel mixer, you only show that one because that's the bank you're in right now. So that's where you might, people who don't know how to use this tool might get a little bit confused, like I was at the beginning. So I'm hitting this kick right here, and that's the only one that's showing on the screen because that's the channel I'm in. So every time you're gonna do any like you're looking at your mixer and stuff, any tweaks, anything, you gotta jump into the pattern you're in. I mean the bank you're in order to get that. So like right now, look, I'm showing that, right? I'm showing that whole thing, right? But then once I leave that, I'm showing the whole new on the screen. But over here on the channel mixer, it's a whole channel. This all 16 pads, all of them are in basically one channel. That's why you go into the channel mixer and you only see one pad lit up with everything, because that's the channel. That's that whole channel right there. But if you want it individually, you go to the pad mixer, and that's when you see them all separate like that. So that means if I wanted to tweak something here, like I got that going on, I gotta go first to the mixer. I mean to the pad mixer and look for it. And it's not there. You can see nothing's lit up. There's one right there. So on bank 4, I have that one. So let's say I wanted to pump that up and bring down the clap. The clap was on, I think it was on pad 6. Let's see. There it is. So I'll say I want to bring that down. And then I'm going to add something now from a different pad bank. Let's see. There's nothing there. See, nothing lit up. Music playing, there's nothing from this channel here. So I'm gonna add.
hold me.
And just to jump out, just to see something else, because I wanna get back to it. There's our kick. That's our clap, which is pad bank 6. And then now we're gonna look for that vocal cut, which I forgot what pad I had it on, what bank, but let me see. I think it was this one right here. So it's on bank pad 3, pad bank 3. Too loud, right? Bring it down. And that was just a quick, like, a crash course, man, because I didn't pick out the way, you know, the sounds that I wanted. I just wanted to hurry up and do it quick, because I sometimes get picky, and then the video lasts like an hour, man, just picking sounds without even saying anything. But just to load sounds in there and to show that they're in there, I just picked the first, how many sounds we got? We got 16 times 8, 80. Yeah, we're talking 128 or something like that. So we got 128 sounds that we can mess with for making a beat. I mean, it's like I don't think I ever used that many sounds to just make a beat. Four banks to me is enough. But it's good, like I said, to have the option. Now, for less confusion, I would just use, the way I do stuff, I just use the 4 red banks. I don't have to go all the way into the yellows. And, you know, that's already digging pretty deep. And by that time, you already forgot which sound is in which bank, and you got to start jumping around looking for it. But I would go ahead and use 16 on that one, 16 on that one, 16 on that one, because they're right off on top. So it's easy to scroll through, you know, to get by them. You go here, and you're like, okay, let me hit that one, let me hit that one, let me hit on the mix of this one. See how they switch? Once you hit the pad bank, how it switches out. Look at the volume level moving by itself just once I switch the channel. So that's that, man. That's really good, because, you know, I wish on the Toraiz they would put at least give us the 4 banks. I mean, we don't need 8. You can give us 4. Hell, I think I'd be happy for the way it is now. I'd be happy with 2 banks, man. But we do need banks, because the 16 sounds is just not enough. I'm always running out of stuff, and you know what I end up doing is, like on the Toraiz, which I have right here, right next to me. I'm gonna just move this to the side real quick and put this one back in here. Yeah, I gotta be moving and stuff. What I do is this. I load all of my samples, right? All of my 16 samples first. And let's say, let me get a track here real quick. So what I do is this. When I see that I'm running out of, sounds, I try to eliminate a little bit on the, like, sometimes I start off with just a kick, and then I add in a clap, and then okay, well, that's gonna take too much, because, you know, by the time I get to the after putting in the perks, after putting in the claps, and by the time I'm done, I'm already finished with the 16, and I got nothing else, because I can use scene 2, but you can't add it on. Like, you gotta start switching stuff around, and it starts becoming a mess. So what happens is when I run out, I use like the 3 and record those 3. I resample them into one pad. I record this. Like, let me do an example real quick here. This was about the MPC Live, but since we're doing, I might as well say it's a comparison then after this. I'm gonna go ahead and copy that scene 1. I'm gonna copy it into scene 4. Copy into scene 4. All right. So this I can mess with and mess up. I take this and I copied it, and all I wanted was the sound, so I can just get rid of all the patterns here. So we're on scene 4, right? Make sure I don't mess up the original. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and eliminate all this. There should be nothing. There you go. Now, this is what I do. It's all cleared up, all the pads. Well, at least on one. But let's go with that. Let me clear 2 too. Clear, 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 clear. Nothing there either. So I'm on 1, and I'll do this. And let me put my metronome so I can hear something. All right, let's see. So I would take that. All right, let's say I want to throw down that crash. So I'll just take that crash and do a resample on this. I'll resample it. And wait, I like having this like that. 4 bars. We're gonna do 4 bars. And just hit it like that. Okay, when it's done, save it. I'm just gonna call it a 4-bar perk. 4-bar perk. Save and replace. So now I have that here. So now I can eliminate these 3. I just eliminated 3 or 4 pads and just stuck them into one. Now that you can't separate them anymore unless you chop it. But then again, this is monophonic, so you can only, you know, how do you call it? You can only, like, if you use both at the same, like both sounds at the same time, they can't hit because only one's gonna play. They won't both play, so that's another thing. But I've done it before, like, let me get rid of those 2. Okay, I'm gonna do this. It actually has a delay on there. Let me get that delay off, because that was from the crash, so. What if in a part of the song I wanted to not use that whole loop like that? Well, the only way I can fix that is going in here and you go into the slice mode and just grab whatever you need. Like if I wanted that first sound, I go to slice. Well, I mean, it's gonna save me the pads though. I mean, I'm not using 4 pads like I 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 pads that I was using earlier. So I can use that. Now I'm separating them, but at the same time, I can't use them at the same time. So this is only like if I wanted to just in the part where there's a kick and I just wanted to go like. Let me slice this down real quick so I can show you what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get that one tight because those 2 sounds are really close, so. I'm just gonna do those 5. Just those 5. That's it. All right. And this one I can't get any cleaner because it's so close to the other one. You know, it's pretty hard to get it clean. So, but anyway, that's my loop, right? Well, let's say I didn't want to use that whole loop right there that you just heard, like that whole thing. So I want to just get a couple pieces. So I just go. But you can't do 2 at the same time. But I mean, it's still useful because you can still do something. You know, use at least 1 or 2 of the sounds by itself. Okay, so that means if I were to add that. Yeah, it sounds a little shaky, but it's because of the swing. Take that swing off. And that's the way it is. So that's what we got there. Might as well call it a comparison of the banks, sound banks. So that's pretty much how to get the most out of your Toraiz, which is very limited as far as loading sounds and having more sounds. I mean, we are very limited on this unit on a lot of things, you know. But on the other hand, we have this one that doesn't limit us as much, but a little more work involved. But it's a really good unit. I'm starting to get used to it now. So alright guys, I'm gonna let you go with that one. That would be the pad bank functions. You guys have a great one, man. See you on the next video.